Freestyle Repertory Theater and Synergy Theater proudly present Right Away. It's a show, it's a jam, it's the best of both worlds. And now your host for our event, Laura Livingston. Laura Livingston, you turn your microphone on and say hello.
Everything is right in improvisational theater. That's the first thing you need to know. So we will use that mistake at some point later in the evening because none of us remember how to get onto Zoom anymore. I'm Laura Livingston. I'm the artistic director of Freestyle Repertory Theater in New York City. And Right Away, tonight's show is a co-production between Freestyle Rep and Synergy Theater in Walnut Creek, California. We are two companies who are divided by a continent, but united in our belief that improvisation is a very important theatrical art form. Now, we started presenting Right Away in May of 2020 out of a desire to keep creative people creating through the isolation and uncertainty of the shutdown of the pandemic. Well, now, as we get back into three-dimensional gatherings and performances and are gingerly working our way through variants and all sorts of things, we find that we don't want to give up doing Right Away and reaching across continents and to other cities to work with people, and sometimes even reaching through time to work with people that we have not been able to work with for many, many years, ever since we moved apart. So our plan is to keep on doing Right Away as long as you show up and do it with us. Now, here's how the show works. We have 5 playwrights tonight, and they will have 45 minutes to write a brand spanking new play based on suggestions from folks here in our Zoom audience. While they're off writing, everyone in the audience, and that is you, will be playing some fun improv games that I will lead to create some actual written pieces. Now, I think you'll find it's best to use a pencil or pen and a piece of paper to do this so that you can write but still see everyone on the screen and see what's happening on the screen. After each one of those jam games, we'll have people read what they have written. And I encourage you to volunteer if you're writing in our audience without even considering if what you write is good. Nothing's going to be very good tonight, probably my forgetting to turn my microphone on is a high point of our show tonight. So it's just fun. It's just fun to see how many different ways we have managed to write something based on the same prompt or idea. Then after 45 minutes of that jam, the playwrights will return and present the world premiere reading of the brand new script that they have just written. Now, before I introduce those playwrights, I just have a few things I'd like to tell you. For those of you who are participating via Zoom, we ask that you keep yourselves muted and your video off as it is right now. But in a moment, I am going to ask you to turn them back on. And I would love it if you did that. The show is streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're up to no good and think you might be arrested if people seeing you do that, then I would understand if you keep your video off. But otherwise, it is so much a part of the sharing of improv if you share your video with us. And it just makes everything so much more fun if we can see people encouraging each other by laughing and clapping and giving thumbs up. It makes the show much more fun. Lastly, I'll invite you to open that chat feature. It's down at the bottom of your screen in the center. If you open that chat feature, you can type in some things. And in a moment, those things that we will ask you for will be suggestions the playwrights would like to inspire and kick off their plays. And speaking of playwrights, I would like to introduce them to you right now. Mike Durkin is a founder of Freestyle Rep. He is our executive director. He's a teacher and a performer. He's in our video series, Home Fooling, Teach Your Family to Play Improv Games with You. And he also works as in New York City as an actor in scripted theater and as a man in red. Mike, do you have your microphone on? Yes, you do. How you doing? All right. Hilarious.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm just goofing a little bit.
I
I'm
know.
feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling,
You got
I don't know.
huh? You got a strategy you're going to use in your writing tonight?
I have no strategy tonight.
Perfect.
I thought I would just go at it. I have an idea of what I want, but let's see what happens, I guess.
All right. We'll see you in a bit, Mike. Next, I'd like to introduce Heather Adams, who is in her final year of studying musical theater and playwriting at American University. And she's founded a group on campus called Quills and Capes to foster new student playwrights, and has actually produced some of her own work. Heather, how are you?
I'm doing very well. Very glad to be back with Right Away.
Have not seen you in a very long time. They've been keeping you busy down there in DC. Do you have a plan of attack tonight?
I'm going to write real fast.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. So we can expect like a 20-page script from you.
Oh, 20, 100. We'll see what I can do.
That will be awesome, because this is almost the longest night of the year. So we have plenty of time.
Exactly.
All right, see you in a bit, Heather. I'd also like to introduce Ken Adams, the artistic director of Synergy Theater and co-producer of tonight's show, also the producer of many groundbreaking live and online improv formats, the author of the book, How to Improvise a Full-Length Play, The Art of Spontaneous Theater. He began his career in New York City over 30 years ago with freestyle repertory theater, and now he's running the show out there in Walnut Creek, California. Ken, how you doing?
I'm doing real well. Thank you, Laura.
What you got on your mind?
Well, I have an idea for a type of approach I'm going to take to the play tonight, but it's a little bit out there, so I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I'm going to commit to it and go with it.
Oh, good. I think nerves are the best thing we could have at this point. Nerves and the rock solid understanding that whatever we write will be right, and everyone here will be cheering for us and helping us along.
I'm ready.
All right. I'd like to introduce also Lisa Gay Thompson. Her short play Strike Home received a stage reading recently at Berkeley Rep. She's a company member with the Monday Night Playground in the Bay Area in California. So we are lucky to get her on a Monday night. Lisa, it's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
You got a facet you're going to work tonight? You got a plan of attack?
I think I'm going to go with 3-letter words.
That sounds incredibly difficult, unless you're Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
All right, so good luck with that, Lisa. I look forward to hearing that play. And finally, I'd like to introduce Arlene Hutton, who is a very produced playwright. Her trilogy, the Nibrock trilogy, is 3 plays that take place during and just after World War II. As It Is in Heaven, I think, has been recently produced a few times. And I know that the play you wrote in a right-away session, Lola Lies to Corky, has actually had like 2 Zoom productions, which just blows my hair right back. How are you, Arlene?
I got nothing. I'm totally blank right now.
Perfect way to start an improv. And speaking of starting improv, let's get the rest of our playwrights back on here. And I'm going to ask the audience, if you haven't already, to turn on that chat feature, because each playwright is going to ask you for an idea to kick off their play. And when they do, just type it in that chat right there. I'm going to open mine right now. You go down to the bottom and tap on chat, and there we are. All right, Mike Durkin.
Yes.
What do you need from us out in the audience to start you off?
I might be putting myself in a hole, but I heard that Ken's kind of nervous, so I'm going to put myself in the hole. I'm going to write an origin story, and it's the origin of a holiday tradition. So what I need is that holiday tradition that I'm going to write the origin story for, ending my sentence with a preposition. Arbor Day. Boxing Day. Now, a tradition, something you do at this time. Here we go. Somebody's got singing carols. That's
Yeah, but that's me.
tradition.
Don't take that one.
I won't take that one, but that's more along the lines of what I'm thinking. Something you do.
Wrapping gifts.
That's a good one. There's a good one. I got putting the shoes.
In front of the fireplace for Santa, dancing around the neighborhood.
You know what?
Elf on the shelf, rocks on the grave.
You know what? I'm going to take putting the shoes by the fireplace, but I do want to acknowledge that that one of Karen Farrell's traditions around this time is to put rocks on graves. I think, Karen, you stay where you are for your holiday. I'll stay where I am for my holiday.
Heather, what can we get you to get you started?
Can I get the weirdest, coolest kind of theatrical spectacle that you've never seen on stage, but you desperately want to?
Possibly children playing the nativity scene could be one of your suggestions. Let's see what these are. Tiny Tim explodes. Sounds good. Dancing fruits and vegetables. A royal wedding on stage.
Incredible. I think I'm gonna combine a couple. I think I'll do dancing fruits and vegetables and then someone explodes, possibly with helicopters crashing.
All right, Ken Adams.
All right. Well, here's the bottom line. I finally decided that writing an entire play in 45 minutes, I just can't do it. So rather than let you down, I'm only going to write 1/3 of my play tonight. I will either write the beginning, the middle, or the end. So the first thing I need, and I'm going to ask someone specific to do this. You'll just have to trust me. We didn't set this up in advance. But Terry Shower, are you out there? Terry, I want you to be the one to decide if I will write the beginning of a play, the middle of a play, or the end of a play. So go ahead, Terry, if you would, and type into chat the word either beginning, okay, the end. So I am only going to write the end of the play. Now I need 2 more suggestions from you. So the first thing is, I need what will be the first line of my writing tonight, but this will be about 2/3 of the way into the play. So can somebody come up with an arbitrary line that feels like it's deep in the middle of a story that you...
Thank you.
Am I?
You're on mute.
I am?
No, that's a suggestion. You're on mute.
Okay.
Sorry, love. I told you you can't come back.
All right, that's it. I'm going to take that one. Sorry, love. I told you you can't come back. And then, of course, I need the final line of the play. So, sorry, love. I told you you can't come back. And then I need the final line of the play. And the final line of my play is... I'll take birds must be free in order to assuage Karen's feelings for not taking your on mute. I'll take birds must be free. So I will write the end of a play for you. It will start with the line, sorry, love, I told you you can't come back. And it will end with birds must be free. Whew, that was longer than the play is going to be, I think.
All right. Lisa.
Well, I've recently discovered that my great grandmother was a psychic. So I thought I'd see how I do. So if you have a question that you want to know the answer to, I will try to write it in a play. A question.
Are you going to guess what those questions are, or do we put them in the chat?
The question, well, yeah, you better put them in the chat just because there's a little static on the line and well,
why are there so many songs about rainbows? Why are we here now? Why are we here now? Will everybody be here for the holidays? Ghosts don't eat sausages, true?
I think the one I really want to know the answer to is the one I should pick. And that's really why are there so many songs about rainbows?
That's awesome. All right, Arlene.
I love starting with names. So what's the name of a pet that you had when you were growing up? Is my first question.
Duchess, Duke.
Oh,
Pickle.
Duke and Duchess. We have to go with that.
Oh, nice. Nice. All right, let's have a
and then the second one is what's a bad present that you got? A bad Christmas present anytime in your life?
umbrella. Hey, it's okay. Mole removal, long john,
Self-help book. Self-help book. Thank you.
acrylic
I'm
sweater.
good.
All right. Playwrights, why don't we quickly go around, because that took a while and some of us, like me, might have forgotten what you got. Mike, quickly remind us what your suggestion is.
My suggest. I'm sorry. Oh no, I got on. Putting shoes in fireplaces for Santa.
And Heather, what was yours?
I'm writing a play where there's dancing fruits and vegetables, where someone explodes and helicopters crash.
Oh, well, it writes itself. Ken, what is
I'm
yours?
writing the final third of a play. It begins with the line deep in the middle, "Sorry, love, I told you you can't come back," and will end with the final line, "Birds must be free."
And Lisa.
I'm going to answer the question, why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Yeah. And Arlene.
I'm writing a play. Somehow Duke and Duchess will be in there, and a self-help book. I have no idea how or why.
All right. Great way to start. In a few moments, we're going to send you away for 45 minutes. Keep an eye out for texts, because we're going to be sending you some suggestions and some time reminders. And remember, it's improv. Say yes to your own first idea. Whatever you do will be absolutely right. On your mark, get set, right away. All right, folks in the audience, as they're going away and muting us and getting their plays started, I'm inviting you to turn your cameras back on so we can see who's here. Wave hello. Just a quick reminder, we're also streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're naked and have body shame issues, you can keep your camera off, but it would help me if it was on. I could be able to tell when you're done writing, and we can give each other thumbs up and encouragement and everything. It is great to see you. I know there's some people that I have never seen at one of our shows, and so great to have some new people and some people who come to all of them, and it's just wonderful to see you all. I just want to say a couple of words about improv. I think I've pretty much said them already, but first of all, if you'd like to manage how you see us on screen, you can float your cursor up to the right-hand window, and you'll see that there are some options like gallery or speaker view. You can choose either one of those. It doesn't make any difference to how we see you. So whatever you want to do there is going to be all right. Improv is all about being spontaneous and supporting each other's ideas. And if you've never done improv before, I have just told you the deep secret of the art form. It can be boiled down to 2 rules. Always say yes. Always make your partner look good. And when we're writing, I think that saying yes means saying yes to your own first idea and sticking with it and just going with it. So all ideas are absolutely fine at this point. Don't bother critiquing as you're writing, and volunteer to read without even deciding if you think it's worth reading. It is. When others are reading, we ask you to keep your video on so they can see your friendly faces. And as I said, it helps me to see you there as well. All right, you ready? I suggest you grab that piece of paper and pencil, and let's do a little bit of warm up. First of all, just to get some creative juices rolling, I'm just going to strike a pose, and I'd like for you to write the caption as if I were a cartoon or like a comic, an old-fashioned newspaper. So you ready? Steady. I'll only give you like 5 or 10 seconds to write a caption for these couple of poses. Here we go. The second pose is and the last pose is all right. And now, of course, the thing I want most is to hear what people wrote. Maury and Ginger and Franz, if you don't want to turn your camera on, I can still hear you. Just let me know if you want to read what you've written. Also, Elizabeth, I may not be able, and George. Oh no, George, you're really there. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll keep an ear out, but certainly I can see the people on screen. EJ, can you read yours? I'll strike the pose again as well as I can remember them, and you tell me what you wrote. Here we go.
See, I told you, 10 of them.
Second one, I think, was this.
Yeah. My lord, over here, behind the jug.
And the
They
third
get
one was,
worse.
and the third one was,
Is that a plane? Is that a bird? ...
perfect, intriguing, suspense. That was a cliffhanger. Karen, would you read yours? Here we go.
Sure. Time to wake up.
Uh,
When you hold your hands like this, everyone looks. And then, in keeping with the EJ spirit, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's Superman.
Remember the
Perfect.
last line. I can't think of it.
Eileen, let's hear it.
All I want are reindeers.
Uh,
I'm in a box of myself.
Box of my own making.
Look, a flying squirrel.
There we go. George, let's hear it.
There were 11 balloons.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
His head was this tall. I don't have anything for that.
You don't have anything for that?
No.
That's the caption. I don't have anything for that.
yeah.
And Terry. let's
Okay.
go.
Are you in there? Vogan. Hey, mommy, I think that's a turkey up there.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. Friends, if you're there, you want to read? Maury and Ginger. Fran says, sorry, I have problems with mic and video, so he's not going to read. Maury and Ginger, are you there? Possibly the same. I think one of our playwrights said it's the first time they've ever done Zoom, so they might be having trouble negotiating that. But we're thinking of you out there. All right. Let's do the next one. This is just really trying to do the first thing that pops into your head. I'm going to say a word, literally write a word. I'll say a word, you write a word. That's all that needs to happen. Here we go. You ready? Apple. Dry. Time. Judge. Edge. Spongy. Who wants to go? Is it easier when I just say? I'll just say.
Yeah.
Terry, since your microphone is on, I'll say the word. You say what you wrote. Okay, here we go.
It's pretty boring. Orange.
Dry.
Wet.
Time.
Bottle.
Judge.
Judy.
Edge.
Knife.
Sponge. Spongy.
Bob.
I'm sorry. Spongy.
Spongy Bob. Bob.
I was not bored for a second.
Okay.
Eileen.
Okay.
You ready?
I am.
Apple.
Orange.
Dry.
Bucket.
Time.
Wasted.
Judge.
Judy.
Edge.
Line.
Spongy.
Bob.
See? I think alike.
All right. George, you want to pop your microphone on? Here we go. Apple.
Banana.
Dry.
Martini.
Time.
Machine.
Judge.
Verdict.
Edge.
Knife.
Spongy.
Bob.
EJ, you want to go? Apple.
Tree.
Dry.
Mouth.
Time.
Drag.
Judge.
Bread.
Edge.
Sharp.
Spongy.
I didn't know how to spell it. That would.
I did.
But slurp. Whatever, however you write that sound when something gets sucked.
Gotcha. All right. And Karen, you ready? Here we go. Apple.
4.
Dry.
Spell.
Time.
Flies.
Judge.
Judy.
Edge.
Of darkness.
Spongy.
Mess.
Nice. A thing that's interesting to me in improv is when we're obvious, how enjoyable it becomes after a while. Sometimes I enjoy something because somebody does something I would never have thought of, and then I think we all enjoy things because it's exactly what we thought of. And hearing Bob or Orange or Judge Judy repeated, I find it very, very entertaining. Believe it or not, I think they have already been gone for 10 minutes. So I'm going to take a moment. No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to ask you to write while I'm doing this. Let's try this stream of consciousness exercise, which is I'll say a word and you just write for as long as it takes me to send this text to the playwrights. And the word that I'm going to ask you to write on is sunset. Ready? Go. And pause. Now I'd like to get from you, I think type it in the chat, and that way Maury and Ginger can be a part of this too. Type in the chat an object that a person could, that one of the characters picks up, an object. A pear, a ukulele, yoga, a charger, and a sieve. All right, I'm gonna go. Oop, here comes another one. A freshly harvested beet. I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go with number 4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. A charger. Someone picks up a charger, and I would like for you, for the amount of time it takes me to write that text, for you to write whatever you think of when you hear the word without stopping. Table. All right. Okay, let's hear some of these. How about Eileen? What did you write for sun? Why don't you just tell us what you wrote for Sunset and then what you wrote for Table?
Okay, Sunset. I love watching them, the red and magenta colors melting into blue and then into black, and I am always amazed. And then for Table, under the table were 4 legs, 4 knees, and 2 hands touching. And I tried to keep as quiet as possible while I watched it all unfold.
Lovely, lovely, both of those. I had no idea Table could be so poetic when I mentioned it. It was what I was looking at. George, you want to go?
I just have a for Sunset. I loved watching sunsets, but I haven't seen one in a while. I've been to a beach a couple of times to see a sunset, but every time there was a fog or I missed it. That's it.
Cool. Karen?
They're short. So sunset was time had passed. Dora could see this because of the could tell this because of the way the air feels. Something new was about to start. And Table, the party was soon to begin. The dining table was dressed with the best dishes, crystal glasses, and roses.
Ooh, ooh. I love the way that sets the stage for us. And also George is the fellow who tries to see the sunset at the beach, but it's foggy. That just seems like such an insight into a character. You know, if I heard a character on stage say that, I go like, I want to know why. It does seem like this person is going through a time when maybe he's not having the best of luck. That's what I would think. It's one of those things that makes me go, why? EJ, what did you write for Stream of Consciousness?
Sunset. The view from the deck is amazing. Really, you can see all of LA. Truly, look at that skyline. Look at that sunset. Only 4.7 million. Table, right? Table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Sturdy, see? Thump it. Go on. There's generations that sat around this beauty. She's solid. Can't say the same for today. IKEA, I ask you. Chipboard.
I've lost my order. I think maybe Eileen hasn't read yet. Is that true?
I think it's Terry's turn.
Yeah.
Terry, okay.
Yeah.
Been found out. Okay, sunset gardens are the ideal environment for your loved ones. Meals at the ready and a free sunset each evening. Table. Let's table that discussion for now. Grandma's coming.
Oh man. Some of that I didn't want to laugh at, but I had to. Okay. I have something else I would like to. Oh, well, let's try a setting description because people were kind of starting to get into it. Let's try this. Pick a setting that you would like to describe. And if you haven't decided what that setting is yet, it is a kitchen. And I will every so often just ask a question, and I'd like for you to just incorporate that answer in there right away. What does it smell like? When a person walks into it, what is the first thing they would see? Whose kitchen is it? What object is there? What unusual thing is in the kitchen? What is the time of day? And if you can, finish that up in about 10 seconds. All right. It's time for me to send another suggestion off to the folks. And as I was giving you those prompts, it occurred to me, it might be nice to introduce a lighting change in their scene. So go ahead and type into the chat there how the stage lights might change at this point. Two suggestions of disco lights.
Wiki.
So let's go with that. Oh, wait a second. Almost a blackout, but the air is filled with gray smoke then that slowly dissipates. I'm going to go, since disco seems to be the thing, I'm going to go with the very first one. The lights start blinking to a disco rhythm.
Yeah.
With me for just a second here. Lights start blinking to a disco rhythm. All right. That ought to keep them busy for a bit. Let's hear these setting descriptions. George, you want to go first?
Sure. the place is the kitchen is well organized. The cupboards are all well ordered, but if you walk in, the first thing that'll catch your eyes is all the dishes in the sink. It smells like yesterday's dinner slowly going bad. Clearly, this is this kitchen someone else's. Ted is definitely house sitting for a friend. There's a dog's food bowl in the sink. Is it supposed to be there? That somehow feels gross. It's known, and there's a stew boiling in the stove. On the stove.
That actually made me hungry. Is the dog's bowl supposed to be there? That's very intriguing. Terry, let's hear yours.
Her kitchen was tiny but mighty. It always smelled of sauteed onions that made me long for soup. And on Sundays, Sundays, you could smell cucumbers marinating in vinegar. Those Hungarian grandmas, they had fresh garden vegetables soaking in something tangy, and at least a dozen spatulas. And they were all wood, and they shone with years of taco shell oil, and they smelled of corn.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Eileen.
Let's see. Cinnamon and baked apples are in the air, and it smells warm. An old refrigerator that sits slightly askew like a tired old man with rounded shoulders and a furrowed brow. It is my sister Arla's kitchen. There's a large black bowl that looks like a cauldron, but isn't. There's an old German shepherd wearing a flower wreath. It is afternoon in the late fall, and Arla is feeding her dog, Martha, old scraps.
Very nice. Very nice. Karen?
I think I missed the last suggestion, so I'm just winging it up till that
Doesn't
point.
matter.
I think I was like, soup was slowly cooking on the stove. Grandma always said, slow and steady wins the race. In the center of the kitchen is a large farmhouse table. Years of kneading, needs, and nourishment came from here, Grandma's kitchen. It said, years of kneading, needs, and nourishment came from here. Grandma's kitchen, says the sign over the door, a gift last Christmas from the great grandkids. Her spectacles are still on the windowsill. You know things have changed because a pack of cigarettes lay on Grandma's work surface. She would never have tolerated such a vice in her kingdom.
Oh, lovely. EJ, what did you write?
First thing you smell is the smell of fat, cooking fat frying. And then it hits you that the scent of vinegar is also in the air. Through the steam in the place, you see a line of 3 sweaty young men with white hats, shaking chip baskets and wrapping fries and battered fish in newspaper. So this is the kitchen at the Kung Pao Fish and Chip and Chinese Takeaway, Soho, London. And it's Saturday night. A big object in there are these giant spatulas. And the most bizarre thing is a gigantic economy-sized jar of pickled pig's feet. Yeah, and then yes, it's 11 o'clock at night, and as more of the pubs start to empty, the line grows. The shivering Saturday nighters who are huffing their own breath out onto the cold as they wait to get let in.
Oh, nice. Oh, I loved these. Man. It's amazing. I feel like I've gone to a lot of places while I've been shut up in this little closet here.
Yeah.
I want to try something that I wrote while we were waiting to start because of our talk of puppetry. It's kind of dumb, but it'll be short, and we need to be short to get them another suggestion. So what I'd like is to kind of do a Mad Libs. I'll read this, and then if you could just fill in the blank, and we'll see if anything comes of it. Here we go. Once there was an evil who lived on the edge of a they cast a spell on a beautiful who was the spell made them fortunately the quickly and from that day forward okay. Let's send them a line of dialogue. Who's got an idea for that? Kitty, you just joined us. If you can hear us in the chat, just type in a random line of dialogue and we'll send it to our playwrights. All right, I'm getting some. Ooh, all of a sudden. Ooh, hang on. Feed the cat. How many times? It's not rheumatoid, it's osteo. We can't afford that anymore. My mother said I'm not allowed to talk to strangers. Ghosts, them's tricky. That's Kitty's. I know we haven't taken one of hers because she came to us a bit late. So here, I'm going to take that one. Line of dialogue. Ghosts, them's tricky. Just give me a moment to pop in the exclamation points. And remember to send it. And then I'd love to hear what people wrote. Everyone who's been here when I've been a playwright knows I'm very slow at typing, so I apologize for that. Let's hear how some of these turned out. And Kitty, if you want to talk with your camera off, you're going to have to give me a shout. You can just say it, and and we'll read yours as well. All right.
I just dropped in to see what this was about. I don't know what you're doing.
All right. Okay. It's great to hear you. I haven't, Kitty's someone I've known for.
Changed in 20 years.
Yes, yes.
I have. I've changed.
Sure. Neither one of us has changed at all in 20 years.
Sorry, magic of Zoom.
Yes, exactly. We're just doing a little jam here, and then we have 5 playwrights off somewhere else writing, and every so often we throw them a suggestion. And so this is the thing that that everyone just wrote. I think you were here. I gave them a little fill in the blank thing. EJ, why don't we do it together? I'll read the sentence and
yes, because I can't remember.
Okay. Once there was an evil
child called Lavinia
who lived on the edge of a
gated community.
They cast a spell on a beautiful
stepmother
who was
reduced to a slobbering heap.
The spell made them
weak and insipid.
Fortunately,
Lavinia watched an episode of Dr. Phil and realized her ways.
The
spell reversed
quickly. And from that day forward,
Lavinia avoided magic and turned to all forms of torture.
I'm terrified by your story.
They flesh it out. They flesh out the sentence.
Yeah. It's just a goofy little exercise. Let's hear another one. Terry, you want to go?
Sure.
Once there was an evil
onion
who lived on the edge of a
ruffled potato chip.
They cast a spell on a beautiful
zucchini
who was
tall and well-spoken.
The spell made them
woozy.
Fortunately
for us,
the
sour cream
quickly
came to their rescue.
And from that day forward,
chips and onion dip has been our go-to game snack.
George, you want to put your microphone on?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Once there was an evil
cricket
who lived on the edge of a
swamp.
They cast a spell on a beautiful
toad
who was
the only spotless toad there ever was.
The spell made them
look like any other toad with a lot of spots.
Fortunately,
that's what they are always wanted, to look like everyone else.
The
toad
quickly
went to the swamp.
And from that day forward,
they lived like any other toad.
And of course, I've lost track. I think, Karen, we haven't heard yours.
Okay.
Once there was an evil
prince named Hal
who lived on the edge of a
crater.
They cast a spell on a beautiful
laundress
who was
turned into a frog.
The spell made them
croak each minute.
Fortunately,
the laundress had a wizard friend.
The
wizard friend flew in and reversed the spell and made Hal a frog.
Quickly.
Hal, I missed that one. Hal rebelled.
And from that day forward,
you can hear Hal croaking at the crater.
Nice. Is it you, Eileen, that hasn't gone? Okay, here we go. Once there was an evil
man
who lived on the edge of a
cliff.
They cast a spell on a beautiful
field of flowers
who was
actually a lost princess.
The spell made them
flow in the wind like water.
Fortunately,
the flowers realized they were a princess.
The
Evil man
quickly.
doused the flowers with weed killer.
And from that day forward,
the evil man had cancer and the princess now rules.
man, that is some Brothers Grimm stuff going on there. Did I get everybody? I got everybody on that one. Excellent. Excellent. All right. I would like to get a suggestion before we do some last quick thing of how about a sound that happens. Go ahead and type those in the chat while I send a little warning of how much time they have left. And the sounds, growling of the belly, barking in the distance, a hiss that gets louder, poof, the sound of air leaving a volume. Cool, cool. I'm gonna go with, is there anybody that croak, 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 glass breaking. Is there anyone who's, raise your hand if I haven't taken your suggestion yet. Really? I've taken a suggestion from everybody? Coolio. I'm going to go with barking in the distance. How's that? Barking in the distance.
Who do you send it? Where do you send this?
Sound effect. Barking in the distance.
You send
I'm sending it via text to some playwrights who are writing while we were speaking.
Oh, do these people are feeding the playwrights with ideas and
exactly
and lines? Okay, and they're writing plays now.
Yeah, they are.
There
we go.
Madly writing at home somewhere.
I think she's typing.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was. Oh, and I've been recording everything we've said here instead of sending it. So let's be quiet for a sec. Oh, wait a second. It's a wonder that that didn't all get sent to them. All right. One last, they have like, they have like 4 minutes left to go. So let's do this. I'm going to tell a story in gibberish. You write the translation of it, as if you are the only people in the world who understand this language. Here we go. Holy Kachava Tikapapa Fati Shalom. Flaky Chigva, Hokis Lefa, oh, bye. Porque que vai, pá? Aí isso que logo mas que foi. Floy. Flo kati sai. Floof. Kamalololo. And this is the last sentence. Flogde que boy, bondaidi la cumplat. All right, let's hear one, and then I'm going to get the playwrights back here. Who wants to read theirs? Terry, let's hear it.
Okay. Are you going to talk, or am I going to just read it in your
what you
voice?
wrote. There's no way
okay.
I'm going to
All
remember
right.
what I said.
All right. You had such a nice sing-songy, lovely canter to your voice that I think I captured it just right. Okay. Christmas is the most holy time of the year. Angels, spirits, saints gather round the bonfires and sing joyous songs of Noel. Joy, joy, joy. Your long dead loved ones send tidings of great joy. Comfort and joy, comfort and joy.
Oh, I loved that. Thank you for that. I'm gonna type quiet for them to come back quietly because we're reading, and then we'll hear a couple more. Come back quietly, comma, because we're reading things. All right, who else are we going to hear from? Yeah, Karen, let's hear it.
In a village far away lived a little girl named Mina. Mina was a very angry little girl. She yelled at everyone. One day she yelled at a little old lady. Why are you so angry, little girl? Asked the old woman. I just want someone to listen, and no one does. No one listens because you yell. Try whispering, and all will do as you ask.
Ah, yeah. Kitty, did you write? You want to read it? EJ, let's hear yours.
I have to say, I kind of did a translation from your tone of voice, so it's a bit different, right?
Let's hear it.
Holy Kashava and a happy schism anniversary to you both. No, really, no, a gratuity is not necessary. Forgive me, but I don't like pity. Easy. Okay, I'll take it. I'll buy myself some cottage cheese and a pack of Rolos. Thank you, but don't try offering me money ever again.
Nice.
That was off whatever you were doing, I have to say. So you made that.
Which, of course, I no longer remember.
Yeah.
We have two more playwrights who've not made it back yet. So while I harass them, will someone else read what they wrote? Who will do it? Eileen, did we hear from you?
Sure, I'll do that. The whole of tomorrow that steals the show. Whole of tomorrow, I see you there in all of your emptiness. But I am empty. You can't see me. You lie like always. Floyd. Floyd covered his eyes and said, "True. Now I can really see you." That is how the whole of tomorrow shows itself to empty souls and liars. And that always steals the show.
That is exactly what I said. I don't know how you knew. All right. What a great jam. Returning playwrights, I suggest you watch the video of this because we had some really fun and often, I have to say, touching stuff go on in this jam. I'm glad to see you all back. here's what's going to happen, audience members. The playwrights are going to cast those plays that they wrote in the last 45 minutes with all those suggestions incorporated. And they're going to need about 10 minutes to do that. So we're going to take a little break here for 10 minutes. I put in the websites of both Synergy Theater and except I said Synergy Theater was .org. It's really .com. I messed that up. And freestylerep.org is Freestyle Repertory Theater's website. And of course, this is a great time to go get some refreshments if you have any in your house. And if you want to stay here and watch the backstage chaos, you are perfectly welcome to do that. We just ask you to come back in 10 minutes, which according to my calculations will be 37 minutes after whatever hour you're currently in. There you go, EJ. Thank you there for synergytheater.com. So 37 minutes after the hour, please come back. There's going to be play readings of 5 plays based on our suggestions. See you in a bit. All right.
I saw Kitty Chen.
There she is.
Kitty Chen's here. Nice.
Hi.
Hey, there you are.
I just was really curious about what you were doing, but I always forget. I'm getting old and very forgetful. So I didn't until like an hour later or something.
All right, Kitty, I'll tell you right now, you're taking up precious time, Kitty. We'll talk later.
You're the one who started talking to her, Michael.
Well, I was just so happy to see. All right, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, we have work to do, Kitty. We have work.
All right, Mike Durkin, who do you need in your play?
I need, let's see, I need Heather to play Spruce. I need Ken. You have one line at the end of the play. All right. I'll say no more than that. One line, Ken, at the end of the play.
What's my motivation?
I will be playing father.
Oh.
And Laura, why don't you play mother?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And the name of the play is Boots.
All right. Heather, who do you need? You're on mute. Thank you. You just did that so I would have company. Thank you.
Can I please have Ken Adams and Lisa Gay Thompson?
All right.
Is it clear what roles we're playing, Heather?
You, Dad, are playing 1. Lisa, can you play 2?
All right. Ken, who do you need?
All right. Heather Adams, you are Minnie Mouse, the official real character Minnie Mouse. Let's say Arlene Hutton, you are Mickey Mouse. And this is the real Mickey Mouse. So high squeaky voices and everything, right? You are absolutely Mickey Mouse. Michael, you are Michael Durkin, yeah?
Yeah.
You are Goofy, the character Goofy. Yeah.
Goofy.
Yeah, Goofy. And Lisa Thompson, you are Woody Woodpecker.
All right. Lisa, who do you need?
No, Goofy. I'm Goofy.
For this musical theater piece, I have Arlene playing Teddy, Heather playing Iris, and Laura Livingston in a speaking role, Lawyer Sylvia.
Lawyer Sylvia.
That I'm playing Teddy.
Teddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Arlene Hutton.
Ken is playing Ken. Heather is playing Heather. Mike, will you read stage directions and do the sound effects?
Okay.
Which are dogs barking, which I was writing into the play before I got the prompt for the dog.
All right.
So that was
stage directions. All right, stage directions.
All right. That's everybody, right? And everybody got the email with our emails, right?
Lisa, you're playing Lisa.
Oh, awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, Lisa, Ken, and Heather are playing father and mother and daughter. Okay.
All right, we've got about 6 minutes left, I think. No? Yes.
I would just like to say this is the first time I've ever written entrances and exits, and they're clearly marked. So my play starts with Heather and Laura on stage. Heather, you'll be going on and off. So will you, Laura. I will make they're marked, and then there's a poignant moment that's marked towards the end. Ken.
I'll do my best.
And from Lisa, you come in, so you could, and it's a FaceTime phone call. So if you could be off camera, and on camera at the start is Ken and Heather. Mike, if you could be off camera and doing the sound effects and the stage directions. And then Lisa enters, and then Heather, I think you exit first. Your screen goes dark.
Lisa, I haven't received yours yet. Have you sent it?
It's just going out now.
Okay. All right. I think we got 5 minutes left, folks.
So Arlene, Beth, I never have to be on screen at all.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Because you're making the dogs don't appear on screen. So
Okay.
you're just making noise.
I do a great dog.
Two different dogs. You're playing both Duke and Duchess.
And by the way, those were both the names of my dogs when I was a child.
Michael, the name of your play is Boots, is that right?
That's correct.
And Dancing Fruits, that's Heather, and Hutton is Hutton, and mine is titled Ken's Play.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So mine is like Lisa T play or something.
We have 4 minutes, everyone. See you.
I'm taking a break.
I've got.
So now I can say, Kitty, how nice to see you.
I'm trying to remember how long ago it was I was in your living room on West 86th Street, and we were meeting, but I can't remember what we were meeting for.
We both had dark hair at that time, Kitty.
Yes, right, well done. It was like more than 20 years ago, I think. I remember what we met for, what we were doing. You?
I couldn't. I would not be able to come up with that. I would not be able to come up with that.
I know I've known you for ages, and I see your name up, and I remember we used to meet at your place on 86th Street to do something, to talk about plays, I guess, or to read, or what were we doing?
I don't know.
Maybe you weren't there as much. Laura will remember.
Well, let's test her when she gets back.
Yeah, you came later. I knew Laura before you got married.
It was before we got married?
I think, yes, so.
Oh, God, that's, yeah. Dinosaurs roamed the earth at that time.
Right, we're that old.
And wise.
Well.
Good to see you.
I was curious about how this is all organized, how do you get your scripts over?
It's spontaneous is what it is.
You guys wrote a play. Now, how do you get them to the people? You email them to the people who are reading?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So they have to simultaneously open their email and bring up the script while they're online, on screen.
Yep.
Oh,
on screen.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you're going to see a whole bunch of cold readings.
Well, that's the best.
Yeah. We're pretty good at it.
It's usually pretty good. And cold readings are the best.
We're going to be coming back in 2 minutes, everyone.
I should check and see if I've got the scripts here.
I can't remember why I used to go to your apartment on West 86th Street. What did we do there?
We did some Shakespeare stuff.
We did?
Yeah, I don't remember, but Ramon Ramos had us together.
Now I remember.
But I don't remember what the particular take on it was at the moment.
Oh my God.
Audience member and any playwrights who've gone away, we're going to be starting up again in 1 minute, approximately.
So am I just in Arlene's?
What I've got for you, Mike, is You're reading her stage directions, but you're in Ken's play.
Oh, in Ken's play. Okay, all right. But I better find Ken's play and stop chip-chapping.
Yeah.
Mine is just called Ken's Play.
Okay. all right.
Ken's was sent in a separate email. It wasn't in the chain.
Okay.
What is the running order?
Mike's, Heather's, Ken's, Lisa's, Arlene's.
Okay.
You have mine, Mike?
I do.
All right.
All right. Audience, come back. If you're not already back, come back. You don't need to turn your camera on because in a second, I'm going to ask you to turn them off and turn your microphones off as well. But I'm just going to trust that you're there, much as we did throughout the pandemic. We trusted that you were there. And Kitty, I'm just going to turn yours off for you because that's a thing I can do. And I want to take this, Kitty, if you can turn your camera and your microphone off, we're about to read these plays. I would like to invite everyone, if you haven't already, to become a member of our Facebook group called Right Away Afterwards. You just go on Facebook, search for Right Away Afterwards and ask to be a part of that group. It's just for the people who've been part of Right Away, and maybe something's been left hanging. You didn't get to read something that you wrote, or you wanted to continue a conversation that was started in the talkback or in the jam, whatever. We just like to keep a conversation going about this show or about writing in general. We're going to ask audience members to keep their cameras off during the readings of the plays. And if you'd rather not see the names of people who are there with their cameras off, you can click on non-video participants, which you can do by moving your cursor down to the lower left, click on video options, scroll down to find hide non-video participants, which is a thing I'm doing right now, and just click on hide non-video participants, and the names of people who are there but have their cameras off will go away. Like that. There we go. And you feel free, audience members, to pop your video back on at the end of each reading to give a thumbs up or a round of applause to the playwrights. Now, I'd like to review the suggestions that we sent in. We said a character picks up a charger. The lights change, start strobing to a disco beat. There is a line of dialogue, I believe. Let me just look at my chat here. The line of dialogue is ghosts, them's tricky. And then there is a sound effect of barking in the distance. And that was the final one, I believe. So all of the plays randomly bring in or immediately will bring in those suggestions. Michael Durkin.
Yeah.
Would you start us off by reminding us of what your suggestion was and any sort of setup you want to do of your play?
You know what? Did I say that I was going to play a role? I think I did, didn't I?
Uh-huh.
All right. So my suggestion was, or I asked for a tradition, a kind of a holiday tradition. And the one that I took was putting shoes by the fireplace. So that is all I have to say about that. The name of the play I said was Boots. And I will now be off screen. I'm having a lot of difficulty keeping my stuff separate here. I don't know why that is, but here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of Boots.
The goose is starting to smell delicious, Mommy. I love it when you put the dusselberries right into the stuffing. It makes it so special. Oh, Mommy, I love you so much.
Spruce, you are the one that makes me want to do the extra peel each and every dusselberry. It takes a couple of days, but for you, I don't mind.
Oh, a holiday goose, dusselberry dressing and gourd pie for dessert. What could make this so special? What more could make this so special?
Nothing, except, of course, if only your dear older brother Klaus could be with us. but not this year, what with the war going on in Traublick. He is so brave, and we are all so proud of him. I know your father boasts of his courage and exploits every Sunday at church. Sometimes it's a little embarrassing, but he's so proud.
I miss Klaus so much, the way he would carry me on his shoulders. I miss him so much.
We all do, darling, Spruce.
When will Papa be home? He's working so hard these days.
He will be home as soon as he can. There were so many stones to put on people's graves today. It's a holiday, you know, and tradition must be followed. Your father wouldn't want to have it any other way. The fire in the oven is going down.
I'll go out and get more wood, Mommy. I'll do it right away. Charge!
Put on your galoshes. Oh, dear. She doesn't remember the snowfall we had last night. She'll be up to her ankles in no time. Oh, Klaus. Our dear, dear Klaus, be safe. Please be courageous, but not foolish. There are others who must accept their responsibilities. Please, dear Klaus, be safe.
Here's some more wood, dear Mommy. Keep the goose cooking.
I will, dear Spruce. But look at your shoes. They're all swollen with snow. Take them off right now and put them near the fire in the fireplace. Then you go into your room and put on some fresh socks.
I will, Mommy.
What a wonderful child. So filled with excitement. Oh, the cascade wood in the fire has started to ignite. I love that crackling, blinking flames of cascade wood. It always makes me want to dance.
Well, if this isn't a party going on right now, I don't know what is. I haven't seen those dance moves in quite a while.
Father, don't embarrass me. I just couldn't help myself. I'm just so filled with joy. You are home and the goose is almost ready and Spruce is so happy. Look how wet your boots are. Put them next to Spruce's by the fireplace and get them dry.
I shall obey, my beloved. I expected a letter from Klaus today. One arrives every Saturday. I know I expect too much of that very responsible leader, but he knows how much we love hearing from him. Oh, that fire feels so good on my socks. There were quite a few stones today, but tradition is tradition.
Did you check our mailbox for a letter from Klaus? Perhaps he sent it home rather than to your office. Let me run out and check.
Put something, Mother, put something on your feet. Oh, ghosts, them's tricky. Sometimes your instincts just take you somewhere without thinking.
Father, oh dear Father, you are home. I missed you so much.
Oh, well, there were many stones today, Spruce. Maybe next year you can help me.
Oh, Father, I would like that very much. I have made a holiday figurine display in my room. I would like for you and Mommy to see it.
I would like that very much, but we must wait for Mother's return. She flew out of here to the mailbox to see if perhaps Klaus had mailed a letter directly here.
Oh, I hope so, so much. I miss Klaus so very much.
As do we all, my dear Spruce.
How foolish to go out into the snow in my slippers. They're now as drenched as yours. I shall put them next to the fire with yours, Spruce, and yours, Father.
Was there a letter?
No, my darling, there was nothing in the mailbox.
Listen to Jumpers. Listen to Jumpers bark. He must have seen that crazy squirrel again. He's usually so quiet.
Would you all please come into my room and see my holiday display? I hope that it will bring us all happiness.
Of course, dear Spruce.
Oh, dear. Oh, Of course. Klaus enters, shakes some snow off his broad shoulders, takes off his boots and places them by the fire.
If nobody else is here, I'm going to eat that goose all by myself.
The end. Oh dear.
That's how
Oh,
that
dear.
started.
What a wonderful club. What a wonderful.
That's
Karen,
how it
thank
all
you,
began.
Karen.
Heather Adams, what was your suggestion? How did we get you started off?
I asked for the wildest spectacle that you've never seen in theater, but you want to. And I took a combination that ultimately became dancing fruits and vegetables, where someone explodes and possibly helicopters crash. This will be performed by the lovely Ken Adams and Lisa Thompson. A brief note for my actors: there are various little stage directions and things. Please read and do all of them, but I will only read the ones that are bolded. Thank you very much. Enjoy the show.
Hey, dude, come check this out.
What?
Come here.
I'm flying a freaking helicopter. Can you just tell me what you want?
I want to show you something.
What do you not understand about the fact that I'm flying a freaking helicopter?
Sheesh, would you put the headphones on and stop screaming?
I can't take my hands off the wheel.
Just for a second.
Who lets go of the wheel for a second, throws headphones on, and lurches back to grab onto the wheel again.
Whoa, watch the turbulence there.
I despise you.
Love you too, buddy. Just come here. Look at this.
Tell me what you want.
It's this. This adorable little video with these.
You're still high, aren't you?
High in the air, for sure.
High on weed, idiot. You're high on weed. We managed to make it out of the highest security prison with nothing but a thrifted helicopter. And while I'm here trying to make sure we don't die, you're high on weed?
No. I am not. I am not high. Not even intoxicated.
No wonder you couldn't make it as a crime lord. Terrible, terrible liar.
All right, low blow.
I should have just left you there.
Excuse me?
You're useless.
I'm good company.
We've been cellmates for over a decade. I've had enough of your company.
You love me.
I really don't know that I do.
Say it.
No.
Say you love me.
Stop talking.
Say you love me.
Shut up. Something's following us.
What? We're in a helicopter. I could scream and they wouldn't hear me.
I can hear you, and I need to concentrate.
I don't see why you think it's so bad I'm trying to celebrate. I'm finally able to relax after 13 years, horrible years, and all you can do is...
They're getting closer.
Who?
Whoever's following us.
Hold on.
What?
My phone's dying. Where's that charger? Oh, there it is. Oh, there's no outlets in here, is there?
Do you even care?
About what?
About the person following us.
Oh, that. I mean, I guess so.
I'm sure they're from the prison. They've caught up to us. They must have.
All right. So, worst case scenario, we go back to prison.
Yeah, that would really suck, man.
Oh, or I guess they could shoot us down or blow us up or something. Yeah, that'd be worse.
Yeah, that'd be worse.
All right, so fly away.
I have never flown a helicopter before.
You're doing great.
Ugh, this is so like you.
What is?
Something serious happens, and instead of driving and finding a way out, you just let go of the reins.
I take control plenty.
Huh.
I took control of that last job I pulled 13 years ago.
I'm not talking about that.
Well, I am. I took control, did the thing myself after years of delegating to prove I'm a man or some stupid shit like that. And I ended up in a cell with you. So what? You can fucking drive.
They're still closer.
Of course they're closer. They're going to keep getting closer.
There's a door opening up.
Oh?
It's someone with a gun.
Makes sense. That's what they do in the movies.
What am I supposed to do?
Take a left.
Whoa, that was amazing.
What was?
You didn't see that? They started shooting just as I turned and we dodged like 20 bullets.
Seriously?
What do I do next?
I don't know. That was a random clueless thought I told you. I'm not good at it.
What do we do next?
Dive down.
Yes.
No. I can't do this.
This is incredible. You're incredible. Come here. Drive.
I'm literally high.
But you know which way to go.
2 looks away from the window, back to 1.
No, I look ahead of you. Right. Go right.
See, you're like a psychic.
There was a rock in the way, buddy. Just look where you're going.
Oh, okay.
What's going on with your phone flashlight? It's going off like a disco rhythm or something.
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Grab the wheel.
2 lets go of the wheel and 1 desperately sits in the other cockpit seat and grabs onto the other wheel.
This is really not the time.
Hello?
Seriously? You're taking the call?
A deal? Maybe. We're listening.
Who is it? Are those people still shooting?
It's the government. They're offering not to blow us up if we surrender and accept 30 more years tacked onto our life sentences.
What? Like they're going to hold our ghosts in the cell or something?
Ghosts. Them's tricky.
What is up with you right now? You're acting like me.
Apparently, that's all it took to get you acting like me.
I'm still high as hell right now, man.
You know what? I'm going to act a little more like my partner in crime today.
Bad idea.
We're not taking the deal.
We're not?
Go ahead. Blow us up.
I do not agree to that.
See ya, suckers.
2 gets out of the cockpit and starts gathering supplies.
Did you just hang up on the government?
Yep. Come on. We're jumping.
Are you insane?
If you fly a helicopter high, pun now intended, then you can fall out of one. Come on. We're not going back in a cell.
Okay.
Come over here.
I am literally flying a helicopter right now.
Put it on autopilot.
There's an autopilot?
Yeah, I found it while I was talking on the phone. It's that blue button over there.
1 pushes the button and goes over to the back with help 2.
Step in here. Straps go here and here. Yeah, there you go. You ready? Jump!
They jump. Helicopter explodes above them. Dog barks in the nearby distance as they're falling.
Whoa! Well, that was close.
Too close, frankly.
But you hear that dog?
Yeah.
We're close to civilization.
Yeah,
Thank you for putting that plan together.
it's not over yet. We still have to get to the ground.
I'm counting this a success, unless I'm just hallucinating. But can weed actually be this strong?
No, man, this is real.
Sweet.
I'm sorry I said I should have left you behind. You did real good.
You know, when I don't try, I actually do pretty okay.
What a great lesson to learn from all this.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what was that thing you wanted to show me?
Oh, it was great. It was this hilarious little video of dancing fruits and vegetables.
Awesome.
End of play.
I was on the edge of my seat for those dancing fruits and vegetables.
That was so good.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Cool. Ken.
All right. Yes, let me just get my copy of my script open here, please.
And just remind us of what your complex setup is.
I will. Okay.
Pretty cool.
So this is just the end of the play. So you have to imagine you've arrived at the theater late. You've completely missed the beginning and the middle, and you sit down and you key in here at the end. The other suggestions that I got from the audience is that the first line that you will hear is one of the characters saying, "Sorry, love, I told you you can't come back." And the final line of the script, final line of the play is, "Birds must be free." So I do have a title, but I can't tell you because you missed it because you were late. So I will just go off screen. I'll read the few stage directions that there are. And we'll just take it away when you folks are ready.
Ken, is my character off screen for a while?
Yes, the three characters on the first page are on screen, and then the fourth character is off screen until later. Okay? All right, here we go.
Sorry, love, I told you you can't come back.
But Minnie, I was only gone for a moment.
Here. Sorry, Belle. You should have listened to her.
Minnie, please, you can't be serious.
Mickey, don't make this even more difficult than it ours has already become.
Yeah, don't make it even more difficult, Mickey.
You be quiet, Goofy.
Oh, no, I won't be quiet. I won't be quiet. That's the whole thing is your fault.
My fault?
That's right. If you didn't have to go showing off like you did, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Minnie, you don't agree with him, do you? It isn't my fault that we're here in this place.
Oh, Mickey, yes, I do agree with Goofy, and it's all because of that big head of yours.
Minnie, how can I help the size of my head?
Look, Mickey, we had a nice ride, you and I, but this thing with Goofy has been percolating for a while now.
Yeah, it's been percolating.
Goofy, dear, do be quiet. Now, listen, Mickey, even if you didn't blow your top the way you did and say that horrible thing to Woody, and even if we didn't end up stuck here in this place, I still think our time would have come to an end pretty soon.
Minnie!
Look, when I needed you by my side, you left. And I told you, Mickey, climb up that ladder and leave this spaceship even for a minute and it's over. But you couldn't just stay here and be one of us, could you? You had to be Mickey Mouse, the big star, the big hero. Well, I'm sick of it. I tell you, sick of it.
Oh, so that's what this is about. That's what this is all about. That porcupine in the corner, that popcorn in the pinball machine, and that crazy thing on your head. It all makes sense now.
Oh, all right, enough of this. Enough.
Goofy,
put down that charger.
No, I've been working a long time to turn things my way, and I'm not going to give up my shot now. You think everybody else in the world should just be content to play second fiddle, do you? Don't you? Well, I'm done. It's Minnie and Goofy from now on. And when this ship lands at Calpurnia, Mickey Mouse is going to be at the end of his days. Now, you just sit there in the beat bag and be quiet until we land.
Calpurnia?
What? What's that?
You said Calpurnia. When you said you said this when this ship lands on Calpurnia, Mickey Mouse is going to see the end of his days, but
well, meant, you know what, meant, well, wherever it is we land, because nobody knows where the ship is headed.
Goofy, did you program this ship to take us to Calpurnia? Did you just pretend that the launch was accidental? Did you connive to have Mickey and I get into that argument over the pelican and drive a wedge between us? Did you plan on killing Mickey Mouse this entire time and taking me for your own?
Yes, God damn it, yes, I am Goofy, and I will not be denied.
Oh, Mickey!
Careful, Minnie. He has a charger.
And I'm not afraid to charge with it either. All right, Minnie. Well, since you're so smart and you figured it all out, I guess you'll just have to sit over there with Mickey. Get over there.
Oh!
Don't be afraid, Minnie.
Well, you should both be afraid, because as soon as we land on Calpurnia,
Goofy flips a switch and lights start blinking to a disco rhythm.
things are going to start working out a little bit differently, a little bit more goofy.
Goofy begins to disco dance.
No, you're mad. You're mad.
Yes, I'm mad. Mad with power, mad with passion, mad with the need to boogie.
Oh, I should have known. I should have known better than to trust a dog or whatever.
I'm a dog, for crying out loud. A dog. Well, since there's nothing but the two of you can there's nothing the two of you can do except sit there and worry until we get to Calpurnia, I think I'll go see what Woody is doing in the ship's gallery. Until later, my darlings.
The lights, the music, I can't stand it.
Be strong, my love, be strong.
Am I, Minnie? Am I your love?
Oh, Mickey. Yes, of course you are. I don't know why I decided to fight with you today. The porcupines, the popcorn on the pinball machine, this silly, crazy thing on my head. I knew these things annoy you, and, well, I guess I wanted to.
But am I really so annoying, Minnie? Am I really so conceited and big-head that I've driven you away?
No. Mickey, I do love you, and on some level, I think I always will.
On some level?
It isn't like it used to be, Mickey. Everything used to be so simple. We were all in black and white. The lines were more carefree. You smoked cigars. Oh, but everything is different now. I've grown. I've developed. And I don't want to be the female Mickey. I want to be an independent mouse. Can you understand?
But then why would want to be with Goofy?
Well, ghosts. That was tricky.
Ghosts?
Yes, Mickey. There's something you need to know. Before there was Mickey and Minnie, there was...
No!
I'm sorry. I was young. I was reckless. And he was so tall and so yellow and... Yes, we had a torrid affair. It was only for 8 months, but it was very passionate. And now, even though I truly despise him, Mickey, I'm haunted by the ghosts of that relationship. And they sometimes drag me back as if with their heavy metal chains.
I see. Well, I'm glad to know, Minnie. since it seems as though we're both doomed to die by charger blast when we get to Calpurnia, I'm glad to know the truth.
Goofy enters leading Woody Woodpecker and aiming the charger at him.
Mickey, Minnie, think Jehoshaphat you're both okay.
Woody!
That's right. Woody wasn't just taking a nap like I told you he was. I knocked him out and threw him in the galley.
And it hurt. It really hurted my head.
I knew if push came to shove that he'd side with the mice, so I had to make sure that he wasn't a threat if my plan went awry.
Well, this is absolutely the last time I hang out with a whole different franchise.
All right. Now you get over there with the other two.
Woody, did he hurt you?
Oh, I'm all right.
Suddenly, barking is heard in the distance.
Pluto! Pluto!
It is Pluto. And it sounds like it's coming from outside the ship.
I think I see him out there. He's suffocating. He's going to die.
No! No! Pluto's my best friend, the only other dog. I have to save him.
Goofy climbs up the ladder and exits the ship. Woody flies to the top and slams the cover shut. Goofy calls from off stage.
Hey, let me back in. Ah!
Look out the window. He was sucked away from the ship and he crashed into that asteroid. He's dead. But I don't see Pluto.
Pluto was never there, was he, Woody?
Nope. I'm a ventriloquist too.
You saved us.
Sure. Now let me turn this ship around and get us back to Disneyland.
Gosh, Mickey, I hope when we get back, we can still be friends.
Sure, why not? We're professionals, ain't we?
Oh, Woody, I knew you'd find a solution. I knew you'd never let Goofy keep you captive.
Of course now. You know what they say. Birds must be free.
Lockout. End of play. Thank you all. Thank you. That was perfectly read.
All right then. Cool. Lisa, we're going to be reading yours now.
This is a play that answers the age-old question, why are there so many songs about rainbows? Or at least it attempts to do so. Everyone's on stage and yeah, stay tuned. I'm not sure if I need to read anything or not. Well, we'll see. If I do, I do. And if I don't, then just wing it. And here is the world premiere of Why Are There So Many Songs About Rainbows?
And the last coda in the will is a little unusual, but genius.
Anything our Uncle Stephen Sondheim did was genius.
It's simply this question. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Huh?
What?
Wait, you mean you two don't understand it either? I was hoping you'd know what he meant.
There's just that question, nothing else?
Well, there's one thing. Whomever can answer that question, the entire preceding will is null and void, and that person will win his entire catalog of all of his assets and the key to Broadway.
Oh, my.
Ooh!
Oh, and this is truly the last thing he says. If you would prefer not to compete against or one another, you can leave the question unanswered and the will stands as it is. You have 10 seconds to decide. Press the stopwatch. Go.
Teddy, let's not do it. I love you, cousin. Let's be happy with what we've got.
5, 4, 3,
Do it.
1.
Me too, then.
I'm picking up my charger so I can time this next part. Oh, by the way, this really is the last rule. You have 30 minutes from now to come up with the best answer.
And who's the judge?
Why, that would be me, of course. Attorney to musical theater legends and gorgeous wannabe diva, lawyer Sonia.
Holy shit. What kind of musical nightmare are we in?
Don't ask me. We're enemies now, remember?
Well, here goes nothing. Why so many songs about rainbows? Oh, God knows, or does he?
Why so many songs about rainbows? Not banjos, not now.
The lights. You wake and shake off your dreams. You playfully tussle your bedclothes. You can't doze. You know there's a rainbow outside.
It's due to the weather in Asia. It brings us rain clouds that cancel the air shows because of the rainbows.
You dress in your best gear. You take the stairs to the street. Life is so full of rainbows, and last night's rain didn't froze.
You pick up your banjo. You can't go. The crows fly in your rainbow and slow your next line.
You run to the subway, but the train doesn't go. It's all due to rainbows, or is it the rhinos sublime?
You jump on the rhinos.
You bring your banjo.
Shake off the shadows.
You pluck and they goes.
Pluck and they goes?
Sure, why not? It's our song, Iris. Let's sing it.
Ghosts them's tricky. And rainbows ain't sticky.
That line's a bit icky, but okay. Rainbows like ghosts in the day.
If you're singing a song and there's rainbows aloft,
then why not sing oft about rainbows?
Their gleam wakes your dozing like leprechauns hosing.
Wild colors into the sky. That's rainbows to you and to I.
That's rainbows to you and I.
That's rainbows, songs, not prose. It's rainbows to you and I.
All the city shows hit it on the nose. It's rainbows to you and I.
It's rainbows that I chose.
And it's 'cause I wanna be close. And it's you 'cause I wanna be close.
Cousin, here's a rose.
To your rainbow and you and I.
Ow! The wolves have spoken. You both win. This detente is exactly what your uncle wanted. Bravo, young ones. Rainbows? Who knew?
End of play. Nice job on the singing.
Beautiful.
That was awesome.
Beautiful.
Just a quick Stephen Sondheim pastiche toss off. Very nice, very nice. Dear audience, waiting there in the wings, we are about to hear our last play by, it will be by Arlene Hutton, but we will stick around for a little bit afterwards if you want to pop back on for a little bit of chat, very short, 5 minutes or so. Arlene, what do we need to know besides what your original suggestion was?
My original suggestions were the name of your pet dog, or pet. And I got Duke and Duchess, and the other one was the suggestion of a present that you got, and that was self-help book. And this is the world premiere of What a Good Boy is the title. And we have Ken, Heather, and Lisa, and they are on, they will be on FaceTime. And Mike Durkin is reading the stage directions and offstage sound effects. And I will go away now. Thank you. This is What a Good Boy.
You're joking.
I'm serious.
You're seriously joking.
Dad, I'm really sorry.
We always spend New Year's Eve together.
Not this year.
Off to an unseen dog.
Duke, put down that slipper now.
I warned you.
He's my buddy.
You should never have gotten a dog.
Duke, down, down. Not in the casa. Off the sofa now. Gracious. Good boy. Good boy. Who's a good boy? Who loves his daddy? Yes. Who rescued him from the streets?
You didn't go to Mexico.
He was on the streets of Mexico.
That's just what the shelter tells you, so you'll take the problem dog.
Who's my buddy? All right. Maybe I need to learn to speak Spanish.
Dad, he's not from Mexico.
How do you know that?
Because the people at the shelter named him Duke.
He heard you say his name. He knows his name.
It's been 6 months, Dad. After 6 months, you better know his name.
Get the ball. Get the ball. Get the ball. No, 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 not the.
Dad, I'm going to hang up. I'll talk to you after the new year.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. No! So, New Year's, what's going on? You've got a new...
I'm not dating anyone.
Me neither. Is your mom dating anyone?
Dad.
You can tell me. I can take it. I'm better now. I've got Duke. I mean, the first few months were really rough. We've been together 24/7 and then wham! Suddenly she was out the door.
I know.
I always thought we didn't spend enough time together. I loved being locked down with her.
Picking up a charger.
Dad, my battery's dying. I've got to go plug in.
That's it, isn't it? She's seeing someone? She's seeing someone and she's bringing him to your place for New Year's, right? Your mom is having New Year's with you, and that's why I'm uninvited. You know what? That's okay. I've got Duke. I've got Duke, and we're just fine. I don't need your mom anymore. When she first left, I couldn't sleep. It was so quiet. Couldn't sleep without her snoring beside me. But now I've got Duke, and Duke snores just like she did, and I sleep like a baby. What a good boy. Yes, what a good boy.
You go take Duke for a walk. I've got to go.
You always have to go.
I've got to go now.
What's the rush?
Mom's calling. She's on hold.
Ken suddenly disappears from the screen.
Dad? 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 Duke? Duke? Duke!
And reappears. Suddenly, List appears on the screen.
Sorry, I pushed the wrong... Lisa.
Oops. Mom, I'll call you back.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Ken.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. How have you been?
I got a dog.
Lights on Lisa's screen start blinking to a disco rhythm. To an
Gotcha.
unseen dog.
Duchess, stop that. Sorry, she's learned how to use my iPad.
You got a dog?
A friend of mine was rescuing street dogs from
Mexico.
From Puerto Rico.
You got a dog? We always talked about getting a dog. Why didn't we ever get a dog?
Well, we had Heather.
I asked for a puppy every single Christmas.
It seemed like the three of us was enough. We were complete. We were all we needed.
And then Heather went away to school.
Don't blame me for your breakup.
And then lockdown.
You wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't read a book. All you did was the same jigsaw puzzle over and over. You wouldn't leave the house, not even to take a walk with me.
I've missed you.
I miss you.
Are you going to Heather's for New Year's? Lisa, tell me the truth. Are you going to Heather's for New Year's?
Yes.
Oh, I see now.
It's not what you think.
Ghosts. Them's tricky. Past memories of New Year's Eve together. The three of us, jigsaw puzzles, board games. We had some good times. Okay, Heather, you've made your choice.
That's not fair.
I'm gonna hang up now. Hang up. That doesn't make any sense anymore, does it? Nothing makes any sense anymore.
Dad.
Ken.
Nothing makes any sense. I'm like an old dog from the streets of Mexico trying to figure out this new world I'm living in. Torn out of the life I knew and the people who loved me.
No one loved your dog before you.
And now Duke's the only thing that loves me. Don't say it, Lisa. Don't say you still love me. I can't take it. I have to go walk Duke. Yes, buddy, you know your name. Duke. And we're going to take a walk now. Aren't we, Duke?
Duchess hears him bark and barks.
Duchess, do you hear Duke? That's Duke.
Duke, meet Duchess. I've been reading this book about dog training.
How to walk your dog like you mean it?
That's the one.
It's a good book.
It is a good book.
My batteries.
Hello, Ken.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Duke.
Hello, Duchess.
New Year's Eve at Heather's?
Can I bring Duke?
Please do.
Uh-oh, the cat's going crazy.
That was beautiful.
Very
Lisa.
nice, Arlene. Nicely read as well. Very nice.
The cast, yeah.
You know, I just want to say before, hello, audience. Hello, coming back. You know, audience, I just wanted to say before we get into the talk back that as we struggle back to get to the new normal and to get our acts together again and negotiate our ways around all the new variants and everything, it's been great to have an audience on Zoom and to be able to support each other and to be there for each other. And I love how we in the performing arts have figured out a way of supporting each other. And it's been great to maintain our audience and to feel your generosity. So Synergy Theater and Freestyle Rep want to sincerely thank all those who've participated with us as we come to the close of the year, and those who've actually financially supported our organization since May of 2020. And our websites are in the chat if you would like to support us more, but I would really like to say now, just thank you for all that wonderful, wonderful support. I hope you'll join us for next month's Right Away. And Ken, you and I should decide what date that's going to be.
That would be a good thing to do.
We'll let you all know, of course, on our websites, on Facebook, in emails. We'll let you know the upcoming schedule as soon as we get it set for us. Playwrights, take another bow. Let's give them a round of applause. And if you're staying for the talk back, feel free to pop your video back on. And for those who are leaving us now, thank you so much for coming. We'll see you next year.
Yay, awesome job. Those were fun plays. I really enjoyed reading all of them. Arlene, that was really tender. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Thank you. I want to be funnier.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah. I actually, especially if others are funny, I really appreciate another feel, a different approach. I like the contrast. I guess I always enjoy a salad or a stew. I like different flavors in there. So Karen and Eileen, Eileen, is this the first one that you were actually attending? Weren't you the one who said you'd been watching them?
That's correct. I was in one of the early ones at the beginning, but I couldn't stay. And so I have watched on YouTube replays of more than one. And I just want you to know that, especially during the height of all the COVID isolation, I found such really wonderful comfort in watching what you were doing on these replays. It was, I mean, literally, it was just so heartwarming, and I loved it so much. And so to be part of it tonight was really wonderful. So thank you for doing this. You guys are all amazing. Those are all beautifully done and well acted. And yes. I love you guys. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Speaking of YouTube, I'm going to sign us off of YouTube. So everybody say bye-bye to our streaming audience, and then we can talk nice and comfortably. Bye-bye.